there, it's Perry with PapercraftingThreads. I'm so excited to bring you this DIY light-up card tutorial for my most favorite time of the year. Let's get started. I have a piece of basic white cardstock measuring 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. I'm using Memento black ink. I'm going to ink up my cauldron with Memento Tuxedo black ink. And that's going to go right here in the corner. I have my bubble stamp. I love that photopolymer so I can see where I'm stamping, and I'm actually going to stand up. I can see better. I have my sentiment next. And my extra bubbles. I'm using dark wild wheat for the handle. I'm going back over certain spots to give it more shading. For the cauldron, I'm going to color in starting with light basic black. You can see I'm kind of going in a curving motion here. And then I'm going to use the dark basic black and add in some more shading. And then I'm going back with the light basic black. The more ink you add, the more it blends. And now I'm going to color in my bubbles. So I'm going to use light peach pie, light lemon lime twist, and light Highland feather. Off camera, I stamped the cat in the Memento Tuxedo black ink on a smoky slate. I'm using dark lemon lolly, and I found when you have small bits of color like the handle here and like the cat's eyes, if you color those in first, it kind of helps keep the other color that you lay down around it off of it just a bit. Die cut the cat. This is a piece of lemon lime twist, and it measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And this was going to be glued onto that. I have a tiny little smudge here, so I'm going to use my mono sand eraser to get rid of that. And then I have a 1/8 inch hole punch, and the bubbles, the small bubbles that I left uncolored, I'm going to punch them out. I'm going to pop up the kitty on dimensionals. And where I punched the holes, I will make a X. And where the kitty cat's tummy is, I will make an X. And set that aside for later. Now it's time for the fun part. The items you'll need are a button battery. This is a CR 2032. Double-sided conductive copper foil tape. And 3mm light emitting diodes. I got all of this on Amazon, and I'll have links in the description below. I have a housing for the battery. This is a piece of cardstock measuring 7/8 inches by 1 3/4 inches. Scored down the middle at 7/8, and I'm going to fold that in half. And the battery will fit neatly inside of that. I also have tear and tape. I'm going to place the tear and tape on the back flap of this housing. And it's going to go right here on this X. For the circuit, the battery has a plus side and a minus side. I'm going to put the plus side here inside the housing. The minus side will be over here, because when you put it in here, the plus side is down, minus side is up. So again, this is the minus. I'm also going to put reminders over here that that's minus and this is plus. My little diodes are going to go here. So I have 3 diodes and my tape. The plus is going to run from here, up here, and this way. And the minus is going to run from here to here to here. They cannot cross over each other. So I'm going to estimate how much I need. About that much. And I'm going to remove some of the backing. And this is no different than if applying like tear-in tape or any other double-sided tape. So I'm going to go there. Then I'm going to kind of twist it back on itself. And maneuver up here. Make this corner. And then push all this down. You can also use a bone folder to help flatten it, or your fingers. And now the negative, I'm going to run this way. It's going to start here, go over the flap and around over here, and then up here. And again, you do not want them to cross over. And I'm going to angle. And again, I'm going to push this all down so it's nice and flat. So again, this is my negative circuit, and this is my positive. The battery will go in here. The diodes have a cathode side, which is the long positive side, and an anode side, which is the short one. So long is positive, short is negative. And you can bend these, place them on the long on the positive, short on the negative, and close your circuit by pressing down, and they light up. The next step is to tape these in position. So I want the bulb to be standing straight up. And I want the little legs to be firmly held on top of that copper tape. And you can test it as you go to make sure they're connecting. I'm also being careful to have the leg hit the copper tape instead of the other tape. So I'm being mindful of where the legs touch. Okay, the next step is to hold the battery in place. I'm using Stampin' Up's foam adhesive sheets. These are double-sided adhesive. I'm going to cut that with my scissors. Approximately the same size, though they don't have to be. And I'm going to surround the battery on the open 3 sides. I want to double stack these. Once they're double stacked, I'm going to surround the battery on the open 3 sides. So once the card top is put on, the battery can't move outside of this little corral or outside these walls. If your double-sided foam adhesive is not as thick as this, you may need to do a 3rd layer. I'm also going to make some more double-sided stacks to place around the edges to finish off the card. I am not removing this adhesive because I need to position this first. I need to get the light bulbs in position where the holes are at before I remove these backings in sections until everything is stuck down. The last touch is to add some Wink of Stella to these bubbles. And the cat's eyes and the brass handle. And there you have it, a DIY light up card. For written instructions and measurements, please visit my blog at... If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and thanks for watching. Bye!